All right.
Okay. So I did it. I got the legend to join the podcast. This is an amazing feat for the Foster Finance podcast. Nice to be speaking with you, Frank.
Hey, how's it going? My computer, my work computer just crashed on me. I
Crazy.
mean, uh, it's like the screen just like got burnt out now. The computer itself still works. It's just the home screen doesn't work anymore.
What are you
So
on?
they're trying to upgrade my computer over, and every day there's some fucking thing gets in the way. It's always fucking something.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So what are you joining me on your cell phone? Because it looks pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, my cell phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it we'll have to make do. But so I wanted to start today. Well, first of all, thank you for joining me. I already said that, but thank you a lot. I wanted to talk a little bit about working at Barstool and then maybe the Mets a little bit. So let's start off. You know what? How about before Barstool? I know you had a sports encyclopedia. Is that what you were doing mostly before Barstool?
Yeah, that while working at the courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
I sold the site, and some guys are supposed to like help me get things set up. But right now, there seems to be a little breakdown in communication. So I'm trying to get it back to where it once was, or get someone to put it back to where it once was. But right now, it's kind of in the dormant stage. It's kind of in hibernation.
Interesting. So you're actually no longer associated, or you're supposed to be, or just
It's hazy right now.
gotcha. So then that video of you freaking out about the New Jersey Transit went viral.
Jersey Transit is the absolute worst. I'm not going to get to my game now because they are incompetent.
And that was kind of the start of Barstool, right?
Yes,
So, what's it like working at Barstool? Is it like as amazing as it looks from the outside?
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Except when things break down and it's hard to find things, get things started. But right now, they're trying to help get my computer back running so I can get things up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem. Oh, my dogs are coming in here now. Um, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so Barstool. I don't know. For someone like me who's trying to start my own thing in media, it looks like an absolute dream job where you go there and what would you say the main thing is that benefits a creator there? Like, is it the infrastructure that they provide you?
Yeah, yeah, the people around you and the ability and space to work when your equipment actually is functioning.
Do they make you go to the office like every day?
No,
Oh, so you can go whenever
uh,
you want.
yeah, I can go whenever I want. I typically go in 3 or 4 days a week,
Uh-huh.
for
I
like
guess
six
whenever
hours
the
a day.
computer breaks, huh?
What?
I guess whenever the computer breaks, huh?
Well, it broke here today. I was here. I was getting ready to work.
Uh-huh.
I was clearing out some old junk files, and then it crashed.
That's unfortunate.
In fact, I was clicking on reading your email with this link in there at the
Yeah.
moment it crashed.
Yeah, so for anybody watching this, I've kind of been badgering Frank for like a month now. I edited one TikTok video for him like a month ago, and then since that, I've just been like sending like an email here or there, and finally got this scheduled. So that's how we came into contact. Actually, also in the past month, I've been watching a lot of your hot dog reviews. Those are great.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. And Tanks Cooks, of course. Don't forget about that.
yeah. Uh, well, I don't know if you want me to mention it, but the one with the ribs is my all-time favorite one for that.
Oh, that's everyone's favorite. I got a corn dog recipe coming out this week. Let's
Dude,
say it didn't come out so well.
oh no?
No,
What went wrong? Was it not did it not rise or something?
the batter didn't stick to the dog.
Ah, interesting. Okay, well we'll have to watch that. When's that coming out? Sometime later this week?
Thursday, Thursday, if I could get my computer back
Hmm.
working,
And do you edit your own stuff?
some of my stuff.
Uh-huh.
I have editors for the hot dog reviews, but everything else I pretty much do my own.
Hmm. So I'm from Bergen County, New Jersey. So you went to Carl Eimer's in Hillsdale, and that's right
Yes,
near where I live. And I think it got a pretty good review, so I was happy to see that.
yes, it did. Yes, it did with the hot dog lady.
Hmm. Yeah.
She was 94 last I looked.
Yeah, I don't think she's standing by the cart anymore, but she was there for I think decades and decades. I know the
Well,
family is there too.
I think she still comes out on Saturdays, and she doesn't work anymore. She just sits there and greets people.
She's the ambiance.
Yes.
Any of your like top hot dog places come to your top of your mind right now for people to go check out?
Uh, well, Rutt's Hut, in New Jersey. Of course, this is hot dog week.
Hmm.
Hot dog day is Saturday. Rutt's Hut in New Jersey is a favorite. Gene and Jude in Chicago. Ben's Chili Bowl in Washington, D.C. The Windmill down in New Jersey, down the shore, Long Branch. Make sure you go to the one that actually looks like a windmill, the original.
So you
Nathan's on Coney Island is of course that's one everyone has to go to at one point. Pink's in LA. I mean, that's just historic too. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some others that are like really good.
It's a pretty great start. It's like you could make a whole tour of these hot dog places.
Yep.
Tank's greatest hits. What do you look for that makes like a hot dog stand out amongst all of the others?
Color color, snap, and taste.
Hmm.
Those are the three most important parts.
What about the history of the place or the ambiance of the place? Does that play a role at all?
That plays a role, but a small role.
Hmm.
That can take a double into a triple into a homer, and a
Hmm.
home run into a grand slam.
Okay, so it could just bump up the grade a little bit,
Yes.
like the cherry on
It,
top.
it- yeah, it's like a cherry on top. It's something like there might be a hot dog that in a boring place would get a double.
Hmm.
Oh, here's another one. Davies is a hidden gem in Mount Arlington.
Where's that? Jersey still?
Yeah,
Hmm.
Morris County.
Okay. How do you schedule where you're gonna go? Do you just kind of play it based on where you're traveling?
Yeah,
Hmm. This is probably where it's gonna start getting a little fired up. But if we want to talk about the Mets a little bit and how they've performed this year,
it's been just brutal, awful, terrible, pathetic, putrid, nightmarish.
could you have ever dreamed it before the season started?
I have my pessimistic views and my just absolute horror show like feelings. This is far worse than I could have ever imagined.
What would you do if you're the Mets GM or the owner now before the deadline?
Well, from the owner, I fired the GM because it's his fucking fault. Yeah. Secondly, I start focusing on next year. You make an assessment on Max Scherzer. If you could eat his contract and get some a haul from him, you trade him.
Hmm.
You can't trade Verlander. If you're thinking about completely rebuilding, then you can trade Pete Alonso. But right now his trade value isn't that good. I think people have figured out that he only cares about one thing, and that's the home run derby. Uh,
You don't want to trade the
uh,
polar bear, do you? He's the hometown kid.
he can't be batting 209.
Yeah. You know who got snubbed in the All
Uh,
Star game was Lindor. He should have made the All Star team.
yeah, I didn't want Pete Alonso in the All Star game. He only went to the All Star game to play in the home run derby.
He takes it so serious every year.
Try to trade Canna. Try to trade David Robertson. Get some good prospects back. Uh, you can't trade Marte. He's got 2 more years on his contract. Hopefully, he bounces back next year. Find out what the fuck is wrong with Jeff McNeil. Let Beatty sink or swim, and start focusing on some offseason targets. If you try to get Shohei, if you can't get Shohei, got to get another pitcher in here. At least a guy that can eat innings.
Mhm.
Completely revamp the bullpen, and add one big bat this offseason.
That's the thing that always makes me upset. Like our bullpen has always been a weak spot. Why can't we just add bullpen arms? I don't understand it. And yeah, this year it's been nothing I would have expected. That's for sure. You didn't mention Alvarez. He's been a bright spot.
Yeah, he's a bright spot, but he needs to just keep playing him. Hopefully, he'll learn a little bit of consistency.
Now you said you kind of mentioned like maybe they sell everything in a complete rebuild. I don't think this roster isn't a roster that you do a complete rebuild, right? Like you just retool for next year. I feel like.
Yeah, that's what you can do.
But how come, the Dodgers and the Yankees, they have the highest payroll in baseball and they're the best team in the league. The Mets do it and we still suck. I don't understand the problem. Why can't we get it together? Like we give these huge contracts and they just don't pan out ever. It's crazy.
It's just ridiculous.
Imagine if we had signed DeGrom for a long-term deal and then this would have happened. Oh my
I
God.
think the Mets knew his elbow was a ticking time bomb.
I mean, it's been for years, right?
Yep.
It's so sad because
I
he's so electric.
I think in 2021 this injury happened.
I'm wondering why he kept trying to play through it then. Like it seemed like because he kept getting injured and it was probably this injury. He should have just had the surgery back then and dealt with it.
Yep. Yep.
What do you think the odds are that we have a chance for Shohei? You think they're decent?
They they gotta ridiculously overspend.
Cohen's got the money.
Yep.
Make him a billionaire.
Yep. I say so. I do that.
Probably make it back over the course of, jersey sales and everything throughout the lifetime of his.
And if you sign him, you become an international brand.
Yeah, which we are not right now.
Nope. I'd look to maybe sign and bringing in Cody Bellinger next year. Got to address if you can't get Shohei, you got to address the DH situation.
You don't want Ruff back?
The big fuck up was trying to go forward with Ruff and Vogelback. Both of them are just completely worthless. Mark Canha is complete garbage. Tommy Pham, who should also be traded, has been good, but
You know what? Who's been disappointing me is Beatty too.
I don't know.
At third base, that's a premium position. You need production there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how many years Arenado signed for, but if the Cardinals make him available, do it.
I would like that. So you're in no way, shape, or form thinking the Mets have any chance to make the playoffs this year. There's no run happening.
There's no run happening.
We are who we are at this point.
Yeah. The goal this year is to finish 82 and 80.
82 and 80, just over 500. You'd take that?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
why? Because their over-under is 81 and a half?
No, because to finishing with a losing record is sets a franchise back 6 years. Every time the Mets have one losing season, 7 in a row. So that means if they finish with a losing record this year, they won't have a winning record again until 2046.
No. That can't be.
Yep, you just watch.
Oh, God. You know what I wanted to ask you is how did you become a Dolphins fan when you're from New York and
Dan Marino, easy answer.
that's it, just as a kid watching him?
Yep.
I was actually a Yankees fan until I was like 7, and I went to a Mets game in the preseason, and our seats weren't good, but since nobody was there, we were able to get right up behind the dugout. And Jose Reyes was on the team at the time, and I was right by Jose Reyes, and he was like threw a ball to us, so that's why I became a Mets fan. So it's kind of a similar.
Yeah, I kind of was a Yankee fan too until I was 7.
Oh, interesting.
And then Dwight Gooden came up.
God, these single players, they sucked us in, and then the franchise just did nothing.
I mean, when you're 7, you're not a serious baseball fan yet.
No, it's like you're impressionable. You see these people that are great, and
The year I really first fully got into baseball was 1985, and that was a magical year for them. The Mets won 98 games. Dwight Gooden went 24 and 4. So that was the year that did it.
What would you say is your number one sports like fandom? Is it the Mets?
Yeah, the Mets.
Oof, that's tough. So what do you think for Miami this year? They have a good roster.
Got to keep Tua healthy.
Yeah, those concussions. That one last year was nuts. What do you think of Saquon and all these running backs not being able to get contracts?
Problem. It's a problem that the NFL they have devalued the running back position.
Mm-hmm.
Yet having a good running back is important. But teams draft running backs, use them up. So when they're ready to get their free agent contracts, nobody wants to pay them anymore because they're afraid that there's too many miles on the tire.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of in a fucked situation.
Yeah, I agree. It's like I kind of see it from both sides where the production goes down instantly for running backs. Like there's no denying it. So as from a business standpoint, I don't know. You don't want to give these guys big long contracts, but then as a running back, like once you're off your rookie deal, nobody wants to pay you. So
Yep.
I don't really know how it resolves. It seems like it's getting into a place now where, you know what, the most talented players just aren't going to become running backs anymore. They're going to become other positions.
Yep, they're good. It's already happened. The two speed guys are now receivers.
Yeah, I hope Saquon gets paid because he's just such like a humble guy, carries himself so well. He's always been the leader of a team that you need. So I really hope he gets paid. And as a Giants fan, I hope they pay him for sure. That's pretty much all I had to cover today. Thank you so much for joining me. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. Nope. I gotta see if my computer migration is done yet.
I wish you the best of luck with that. And where can people find you? It's Frank the Tank on social media, right?
Yeah, go to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, trying to get to 40,000 by October.
Mhm.
And NJ Tank 99 at Twitter, and of course Instagram. NJ Tank 1975 just hit 100K, and Frank the Tank Barstool at TikTok just hit 100K there too.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Before you go, I just want an over under on the Dolphins wins this season.
11 and a half.
Okay. I like that number. Well, thank you so much, Tank. See you soon. I'll
All
keep
right.
watching you and talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later.